It has come to my attention that there are some of you that may feel that we are too old, slow, and in the way, and that our conversation is dull and non-entertaining.
Imperfection and mistakes are no excuse for not doing. I leave you with this.
You ready? All right. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Woke up this morning with light in my eyes, then realized it was still dark outside. It was light coming down from the skies. I don't know who or what. Must be those strangers that come every night. Those saucer-shaped lights with little time. Little green footprints that glow in the dark. I hope they get home alright. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along? You know I won't do anything wrong. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along for a ride? Woke up this morning, I was feeling quite weird. It was weird. Had flies in my beard, and his toothpaste was smeared. Over the window, they written his name. Said, so long, we'll see you again. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along? You know I won't do anything wrong. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along for a ride? Won't you please take me along for a ride? Won't you please take me along for a ride? You laugh.
Huh? That was out.
I felt that. What's up with that? I think this guitar is alien.
You're right, you are an alien.
Robert Hugh Pollock was born in October 1963 and passed on Sabbath, September 7, 2013 at 3 p.m. I first met Rob in Santa Cruz in 1980. He was 16, already on the Rainbow Trail, and far more streetwise than most. I was 11 years older, with a young family, and Rob looked to me as an older brother. We clicked instantly, two spirits drawn together. Though we joked about me being a hippie, Rob knew I only fit the label on the surface. Long hair, rock and roll, and herb. But beneath that, we shared something much deeper. A bond rooted in spirit. Our connection became a lifelong conversation, one that still echoes today. Rob left home early and learned to survive on wit, charm, and a ready smile. I admired that. In those early years, we shared adventures that became legend, moments of real magic that words will never fully capture. We weren't just friends. We were comrades in an ancient spiritual battle, witnesses and participants in something far greater than ourselves. In 1984, Rob met his wife and moved east to start a family. We stayed in touch for a while, letters and e-tapes, but eventually lost contact. I didn't hear from him again until 2011. When we reconnected, it was like no time had passed. We talked for hours, for weeks, trying to cover the lost decades. That led to him coming back west, to seek the magic of youth, the wild energy we once knew. He stayed with me and my family for over 2 years. We resurrected our old band, Arc, from 1984. Though practice was tense, the final performance was unforgettable. Rob, Abin, and I shared the stage again like no time had passed. Afterward, we went to the Rainbow Gathering near Mount St. Helens. Another story for another time. Rob started a YouTube forum for the two of us called The Cynical Bastards. I didn't love the name, but I believed in the idea. Open conversation without limits. Rob craved that. And so did I. He dreamed big. His final plan was an electric bike journey, one he hoped would make history, but the first attempt ended in a crash. Days later, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. We spent his last weeks together, sharing what we could before he quietly left this world. Rob had a very clean exit. He actually had already managed to lighten his material load down to a small collection of possessions that fit in the back seat of his brother's car. When I first met Rob, he introduced himself as Sinbad. We all thought that very humorous and tried not to laugh inappropriately in presence of our young brother Rob. That didn't last long, and within a few months, Rob decided he wanted to be called Hugh, which was his middle name, named after his grandfather, whom I am told he resembled. There was about a half a year before that he hung out on the beach in California. The next time I saw him, he introduced himself as EagleHeart. Eventually, he met a man called Sea Eagle that gave him some major spiritual insights, and he became EagleHeart. EagleHeart was his spirit name. For most of his life, he kept that a well-guarded secret. But he was EagleHeart. Our friend, brother, and fellow cynic is gone. I leave you with this short poem, written by Jeshuel, one of many youth that EagleHeart touched with his humor, love, understanding, and helpful interaction. EagleHeart, a man of vision, a man of dreams, reminding us all how nothing is as it seems, a true rainbow warrior down to his soul. And though a cynical bastard, fulfilling his role, flying high above the illusion. He is EagleHeart. Peace to us all. Fly with the eagles, my brother. As I know, Rob would appreciate the nuance. This entire narrative has been done with a clone of my voice.
Now that the truth is out, I guess there's no sense in hiding it. Yes, I am an alien. Also, a captain. The order has been given. The loading has begun. Engage in the conversation. Consider this a challenge.
We will now return you to your regularly scheduled reality.